hesitated but saved herself from any major error.
12.7 for Asuka Teramoto. She's in 19th mark of the whole competition. And it's going to be very positive viewing indeed for the USA, for Belgium and for the People's Republic of China as we head to the balance beam for the top group of gymnasts. But it is a gymnast from the second group at the moment, from the peloton, who has broken away and joined the leading group.
Yes, and here we have Simone Biles warming up. Interesting to see if she does her very own skill as a dismount in this all-around competition. She did it in qualification, but not in the team event, interestingly. So she's there. Confirmation of her standing so far, total of 29.966.
And an interesting battle coming up with Nina Derwal. Now, Derwal, the 8th.
Sunita Lee there, just finishing her warm-up. She'll want to put her uneven bars exercise behind her.
Yes, it's to the balance beam for the top group of gymnasts. They're the leader of the whole competition, leading at the moment by just over a mark. And what we then have is a fascinating state of play where we've got from second through to 6th place a 28 point something for all of those gymnasts. So a lot of names are fighting for the podium, but currently Simone Biles is en route to gold number 16 at the World Championships. Simone Biles to the balance beam.
Yes, where she was the highest qualifier. Cleanly through the triple wolf spin. Slight pause between the free walkover and the jumps. Nothing serious. No pause there though. Flick layout, layout. It's a very nice combination. Aerial cartwheel. Split jump with half turn across the beam, very difficult. You can't see the beam as you come out, so it's hard to keep focused and balanced. Now then. Back flip, single twisting double tuck, and playing it safe, but a beautiful routine from her. She just keeps on producing the goods.
Almost a slight grimace as she walked away. I doubt the judges will echo that in their evaluation of that super display from Simone Biles on the balance beam. She's got this one by the scruff of the neck at the moment, but she is extremely well positioned too. The current silver medalist on the provisional standings, Nina Derwal, on floor.
And an elegant walk into a start position. Really selling it to the judges already. A double tuck. Simple but well performed. That was very well performed as well. Triple and the double wolf spins. She's enjoying this performance, putting her heart and soul into it. Very nice combination. Blowing the judges a kiss. Nina Derwal is on a mission, and a mission that's going in the right direction.
Definitely, Nina Derwal is in the game and in the race. Outstanding stuff from the Belgian athlete. When you talk about Nina Derwal, we all talk about the uneven bars, but sometimes that is at the detriment of talking about her as an all-around gymnast. This is the proof.
Yeah, it's a beautiful routine from her. Perhaps not the difficulty of some of the gymnasts in the acrobatic elements. This is the double tuck, money put a twist in, but she made sure that everything was performed incredibly well. And in gymnastics, that's what it's all about. Here, the 1.5 twist, full twisting front in combination. No problems at all on the landing, and beautifully executed in terms of the dance.
Simone Biles still in the lead. 44.599 after 14.666. Almost there. Li Shijia competing on the balance beam. The gymnast in 7th place coming into this rotation. Scored a 14.5 for this in qualification. It's a special display.
Box splits, front splits. Look at the extension in the ankles. Slight readjustment there before the back flip. Aerial cartwheel, very light on her feet. Oh, and that's beautiful. Handspring, top front somersaults linked together. As was that leap into the back flip. She has such poise. Her upper body carriage is beautiful. Just turning out of the full spin. Slight adjustment. Minor deduction. And a few steps back on the double pike, but a clean routine from the 16-year-old.
She looks thoroughly at home, doesn't she, in her debut World Championships in an all-around competition.
She does. Look at this. Handspring to on, linked into the tuck front somersault. Light and very well executed. This was the dismount. Goes for the difficulty. Double pike.
13.5 for Nina Derwal. Still in the silver medal position. Just a 10th down from qualification. That's absolutely fine. Vault to come. Sarah Voss, 15th place coming into this.
And the double twist in Yuchenko from Sarah Voss. Nice central landing from her. The 5.4 difficulty value, so that mark out of 10. And the 5.4 added to it, pushing high into the straight somersault, feet locked together, just the left foot to the side. A consistent performance.
14.5 is the score for Sarah Voss. She's provisionally in 4th place, so there are some gymnasts still to go who will likely go above her. Julia Steingruber comes in 18th place, but this is where she can do magical things.
Yes, a good apparatus for her. She has the difficulty, and there the handspring. 1.5 twist off in the straight position with the Rudy. Forward entry to the skill, drives the heels up into the straight somersault, wraps into the twist. Just a little bit to the side there, but a difficult vault, performed very well indeed.
Julia Steingruber picks up a score of 14.933. Just down by a fraction from her 15-plus score in qualifying. Steingruber has provisionally gone into the bronze medal position. Might see a little bit of a change of things after some very strong vaulters. Aline Fries, for example, of France, virtually hit a 15, and she's moved up to a provisional 5th place, so she might well appear higher up in the standings than she was before. Now, this is going to be very intriguing indeed. this next routine on the balance beam, and we'll say a bit more about that in just a moment once the score for Li Shijia has come in. It's 13.7 and third place at the moment for Li Shijia, but she's down by not far off a mark from the qualification.
Yes, a few execution errors there that she picked up.
Now, quite what we're going to see here on the balance beam is fascinating. This is the gymnast who's currently holding the bronze medal position. Youth Olympic champion on this piece, but 11.733 in qualification.
That was a very nice start, the layout somersault onto the end. Yes, certainly capable of great things on this apparatus. She just needs to keep composed and calm. And there was no fault there at all, was there? Beautiful straight somersault. Oh, look at those leaps. Unbelievable extension, such amplitude. Just a little extra step. Nothing too serious. High up on her toes. Free walkover and the two jumps linked together. She's going very well indeed so far. Well, that was so much better than qualification. She knows it.
Suddenly, we have a gymnast who was 21st in qualification, who wasn't even an automatic qualifier for this final, who's absolutely in the race for a medal.
Showing maturity way beyond her years. Look at those leaps. Absolutely beautiful. Head right back. You can see that from the aerial view and into the Corbett flick. Such extension. Leap, I think.
That was the big one. That was the key performance, and she has just delivered it. Tang Si Jing is in this, and no doubt about it. Still a long way to go, though. Still a long way to go. Brooklyn Moores in 8th position, coming to the uneven bars.
Yes, we saw her with that beautiful floor routine earlier, didn't we? There's a shap. And to the low bar. Full pirouette. Let's work on the low bar. Now the transition to the high bar. Oh, that was nice. Kicking into the giant toe on. Front somersault, half turn. Shoot front, very nice indeed. Cleanly through for Brooklyn Moores.
Brooklyn Moores told us a quite spectacular exercise, but what narrative are the judges writing for her here on the uneven bars?
Yes, look at that. Keeping the swing going, keeping focused all the way through. A lot of work there on the low bar. And here, build up to the dismount, toe on, shoot front, half turn in the straight position. Lovely control. We'll be very pleased with that performance.
Has been a medalist on the uneven bars at the Pan American Championships. That was a couple of years ago. If you're just joining the competition, it's getting very fascinating indeed. It does seem that we have the expected leader that we all thought on their way to gold, but in terms of what happens below that, well, it's anyone's guess really. But she certainly is well in contention. How exciting indeed to see this emerging force. An experienced athlete, Angelina Melnikova, but not as positioned, or not positioned as positively as she would like to have been coming into this in 4th place. This is the gymnast who was above her at the start of the rotation in the bronze medal position. Then it was Nina Derwal and then Simone Biles. At the moment, it's still Biles, it's still Derwal. Brooklyn Morse, 13.266.
And we're just hearing that Li Shijia has scored 14.0 on beam following an inquiry. The difficulty value has been altered.
Yes, they found an extra 3/10 there for Li Shijia. Could be of some importance, that. So we'll just come back to that one in a little while. A moment of pause, a brief moment of pause, because we've still got over a rotation to come in this competition. But a little delay for Tang Sijing to get underway, or rather to get her score. She doesn't need to get underway because she's already performed on the balance beam. But
yes, and while she waits, Angelina Melnikova has the anxious wait to perform, and she'll be trying to focus following the not so clean uneven bars exercise.
that is how it looks at the moment. It's a most encouraging lead for Simone Biles. She's gained a mark heading to the floor exercise. Well, at least she doesn't have a high difficulty on floor or anything, so that's fine.
2 whole marks ahead at the moment. Of course, we're not completely through the rotation at the moment. That needs to be noticed. But yes, it will be a spectacular conclusion to this women's all-around competition.
Simone Biles, who is going for the 5th all-around title. Now, action on the uneven bars at the moment. This is Naomi Visser.
Finishing with a full twisting double tuck.
Well, Visser did come off the apparatus shortly before our cameras made their way over to join her, but a great finish.
Yeah, certainly a great finish. I'm sure she'll be glad to be in this final, gaining experience. But unfortunately, not the uneven bars exercise that she would have hoped for. She'll move to the beam next.
I had a fantastic summer, Visser, winning the Dutch all-around title. Looked very good indeed. She was also part of that Dutch team that so memorably won the bronze medal at the European Championships in Glasgow in 2018. They very narrowly edged out the British team. To wit, let's have a look at Alice Kinsella vaulting. She comes into this in 14th place.
Yes, part of that British team that made the final, place in 6th. Guaranteeing themselves a team place in Tokyo as well. So very happy about that. But this is about her individual opportunity now. And the double twisted Yurchenko for her. Little hop back on landing. Let's see her powering down the vault run. Backflip onto the vault. And there, the 2 rotations. So much flight needed to perform these vaults. You need to control it.
14.266 for Alice Kinsella. She's in 8th position at the moment. Such a valuable member of the British team. Now that's a score of 14.6 for Tang Sijing. That's just a small matter of 3 marks higher than in qualification. She's currently in 2nd place.
Made a huge difference to her, I'm sure we'll see at the end of the round.
She's gone above Nina Derwal. Angelina Melnikova coming into this in 4th place. Big routine.
Yes, this is important for her. Flick layout. It's 5th all around last year. Beautiful link between the free walkover and the jumps. Settles herself into that full twisting backflip. Double wolf spin. That's where we saw Georgia Villa have a problem, but not the case. Angelina Melnikova, side summy. And so far, this has been very confident. And the double pike back, well, the mark of a true gymnast, coming back from the uneven bars with a fabulous routine on the beam.
Well, 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 and she has the floor to finish on, where she is superb.
Yes, look at that, the double pipe keeping her form throughout. An excellent dismount from her. She was so confident, she really meant business on the beam.
We talk about things that are worth watching on the floor. This is one of them. Youth Olympic champion in 2014. On the floor, creator of originality and quality. Flavia Saraiva, let's enjoy it.
Ready to be entertained. And whip into the double straight. She moves so quickly. Full twisting double somersault. She did very well there to keep within the floor area. Stuttgart, clap along. One and a half twist, full twisting combination. Double spin in the split position as the music changes tempo. Superbly. This is fabulous. And a big double pike. Flavia Saraiva at her best.
That may be music that you associate with the fin de siècle, but it's anything but the end of her competition. It just suits her, doesn't it, perfectly, that orchestration. Now that suits Melnikova. 14.0 is the score. On the balance beam, she's gained about 3/4 of a mark from qualifying, sits in 4th.
Yes, by just 1/10, and we know she's moving to a strong apparatus.
Well, we've got a race on now going into the final rotation. It's Biles, Tang, Derwal, Melnikova. And then there's a little bit of a gap. We'll look at that in just a moment as we